Hello guys, this is a road trip I'm doing from Newcastle all the way to Meteora in Greece. It's over 4,000 miles across 17 days and 13 countries, driving through France, Switzerland, Italy, the Balkans and more, mostly avoiding big cities as I'm focusing on nature and scenic routes. The final destination is Meteora before heading back to Newcastle, and I'm filming and uploading as I go. Every episode covers a different day or section of the route. Please subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to follow along. Thank you. Good morning from my hotel room. This is my view. There is the Dolomites. So I'll try to explain briefly about the plan for today. Hopefully I'll manage to do it in full. It will be a busy day, about 6 hours and 6 minutes to cover all these places. So initially, so just to give you some perspective, I'm here and the Dolomites are here. So it looks quite far, but actually I can see the Dolomites from my room, so it's not very far. So initially I will start by driving south to a lake called Area di Parcheggio, and then I will go back up and then take a turn to another lake that is commonly visited called Passo Wild Sea. Initially I thought about just going to one, but actually both of them are offer different types of views, so I need to go to both, and then go back to the road and keep driving. So I'll keep driving that way and then just go south to, there is a pass called Gardena Pass. So the Gardena Pass offers nice scenery, and then there's another pass called the Pordo Pass, which is quite close. So there's a mountain over here, so this is the Gardena Pass, and then I'll go south and then just take a turn and drive into the Pordo Pass, because it offers also some nice scenery. And then after that, the next point would be somewhere called Carersea. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but that would involve coming out of the Pordo Pass, driving towards there. I think it was a lake. Not 100% sure. I think it was a lake. And then after that, we'll just keep driving back to the north, and we'll make a stop here, and that is Val di Fumes, and it just another view of the Dolomites, as far as I remember, and then back to the hotel, which is near an area called Toblach. So it'll be just over 6 hours drive, and obviously I'll make some stops and possibly will fly the drone in some areas. I need to kind of check on the app about the areas where I can fly the drone and the areas that I shouldn't be flying the drone. Hopefully the drone would not misbehave today, so I'll try to fly it here in the hotel room just for a bit, just to see if it flies okay, and if it does, then I'll just fly it. I think what happened yesterday is, probably when I had a look at the videos, I think I forgot to remove the lens cover, and apparently that can disrupt the drone, and probably this is why it kind of fell down after a few seconds of flying. So probably this is what happened, but I need to test it out here in the room first, just to make sure that it can fly okay and not misbehave. And if it doesn't, then I'll just use it to fly it near the Dolomites. So the hotel I'm at is called Heidi Hotel, and it's got a nice view of the Dolomites, and they offer a free buffet included. I booked for 2 nights, and it's a good value for money, because it was £125 for 2 nights, and you've seen the view that I have, which is incredible. So this is round one of the food that I'm gonna have. There will certainly be around. So I'll show you how hard it is to charge a phone here in Italy, because I only came with the European adapter. I forgot the Italian one. So I borrowed the Italian one from the hotel. So this one, and then we connect it with the European, and then the British with the European, and then you put the USB, and then you plug it in your phone. So yeah, it's fun. Driving now to the first lake, which is not far from my hotel. The scenery is just absolutely stunning. So I decided to put the roof down. This is why it's quite windy. The air is just so fresh. It's probably the freshest air I've ever sort of like experienced in my life. It's just incredible. Just arrived to the lake. There is some parking ticket that I need to get, but you can see the view is just incredible. Wow, that is so beautiful. I would probably stop here for a bit, fly the drone, and then move on to the next stop. So this is Area di Parcheggio, and we have the lake just behind me. It's very, very beautiful, and there's a parking fees here, but it's not that expensive. I think it's €1 for half an hour, and it just goes up if you want to stay here for longer. It is, however, I think you can just stay here for like half an hour. You don't need more than that, because there's more to explore, I think. So the lake has another name. Can't really remember what it was called, so I'd have to kind of add it to the video later on when I'm editing. But it's just so beautiful. The colour is just incredible. So I'll just fly my drone now. I think it's okay here to fly. I'll double check. If it is, I'll fly it, and I'll just post some videos of that. So the previous lake was called Lago Di Landro, and unfortunately it was not allowed to fly over the lake, so I couldn't do that. Now I'm heading to another lake called Lago Di Braies, or Di Braies, and I think it would be the same, drone not allowed, but I'll double check. But I'll take some videos from the ground anyways. I'm nearly there. So I arrived to the nearest car park to the lake. First impressions. The only car park that you can use is actually, I think it's a rip-off. The least number of hours you can stay there is 3 hours, and that is €15. So not a very good start, and it's not allowed to fly the drones here either. There is a souvenir shop nearby, so I might stop there to get something. I need new slippers because I lost mine yesterday when I was trying to retrieve the drone from the snow after it fell. So that's something on the list. The lake is just over there, but I just need to get a bit closer and take some more videos from there. Very nice and pretty. It's a little bit more crowded than the other lake, but it's not too bad. very, very beautiful, and I just honestly, I think the video does not do it justice. The beauty of this place, very nice, and the air is just so fresh.
In this direction, okay? After hotel on the right, bar and also with you. Yeah, but that's with cash. If you drink something, maybe.
So I went to that souvenir place and I got some souvenirs. They were reasonably priced, and now I'm going to a cafe that offers free toilet if you buy from there, but you pay €1 if you're not going to buy anything. So probably I get a coffee from there. So the latte was for €4.50, but actually they weren't bothered about the receipt. They gave me one to use for the toilet even without buying, but I wanted a coffee, so I got one. In that you could spend actually a bit longer at the lake, because they've got like a cafe there and they've got the souvenir shop, so there are a few things to do actually. So you could have some drinks, or they have also a restaurant, so you could have a meal next to the lake, which is quite nice. So yeah, so yes, it's quite expensive, the car park, but like you're more likely to spend almost 3 hours anyways. But yeah, regardless, the €15 for 3 hours is a bit too much. The drive to the pass from the lake is about 1 hour and 25 minutes, and I am very close now. Only 6 kilometers to get to the pass, and I can see definitely the scenery is starting to get better and better the closer I get to the pass. In addition to the scenery getting better and better, you can see how twisty the roads get. Like, look at that. It gets really, really twisty, and unfortunately there are some drivers that can startle you, especially when they're coming from the other way. At curves they would just basically be on your lane, which is quite scary. I just had one encounter now, and the guy was almost gonna hit me because he was like driving literally between the two lanes at the center at the curve. So it can be a bit dangerous, so you need to be a bit careful. So I'm driving at the pass now, and the views are amazing. It's very similar to the one I've driven on yesterday, the Fluilla Pass. Similar sort of pattern, which was quite beautiful as well. The roads are very twisty though. It says here that I've got 3.4 kilometers to get to the pass, but can it get any better than this? So we'll see. So I'm at the highest point of the Gardena Pass. There is a car park nearby, and it has a grace period. I'm not sure, probably it's for 15 minutes because it's €1 per hour. So it's nice to kind of have a quick sort of look and take some videos and photos. If it's 15 minutes, I think that's more than enough to kind of do all of that. But if not, I mean, €1 is not too bad. Yeah, there are some people camping here as well, so I'll just try and get to near the edge and take some videos there. So this is a view from the highest point of the Gardena Pass. Again, the air is just so nice and fresh, and the views are just incredible. So slight change of plan. I decided to skip the last 2 stops, which is a lake and another pass, and decided to make some Arabic coffee and have some food instead. I'll try to catch the sunset. If the weather remains nice and pleasant like this, I think it would be quite magical because the sun will set there. But if it changes, then in that case I'll just head back to the hotel earlier. So, slight change of plan. So unfortunately the sun was not going to set in that spot that I thought it will be. So I wasn't expecting any sort of nice sunset views, so I had to leave. But I spent about 3 hours there, and it was just so nice to be there, and because the place was quiet, and it was just nice place to end the day. I'll get back to the hotel and I'll arrive at 8:20 p.m. And I'll start packing because I'll have to start the day early tomorrow morning because I've got a long drive to do, and I might do a little bit of video editing before going to bed. I will aim for like an early night's sleep to start an early day tomorrow. The view is so beautiful, sunshine on the mountains as the sun is setting. It's just absolutely beautiful, and I think like recording these on videos is definitely not doing it justice. It's magical. I know I said that there will be no sunset views, but thankfully there was this view that I've encountered as I was driving back to the hotel, which is very, very nice. So I'm currently waiting in my car for my reservation at Hans restaurant, which is mainly for pizza and other Italian food. It's 2 minutes away from my hotel, and it's got really good reviews on Google reviews, so this is why I chose that one.